Hi, good Thursday morning, everybody. The sun's out. The weather's gotten a little bit cooler here, but it kind of feels good. It's been pretty warm. This has been a warm November so far, but it looks like we're going to get a cool down, and so we're getting a reprieve from the humidity and the warmer weather. So I think our highs here is going to be like low 70s, so not bad, but it's cooler for us. So welcome everybody. Glad to.
I'm not hearing you on the mic.
She doesn't hear me on the mic. You know, it sounds like it's going out to me. I don't know. It's probably Sue's computer. She does this to me, and then I not hear me. Then I go, "Oh, what's going on? What's going on?" But anybody comes on, if you can't hear me, let me know. Sue said she didn't hear me, but it should be on. Okay, Google. Good morning.
Good morning, Lucky Dog.
I got
The
you
time
there.
is 8 a.m.
What?
I got you.
Currently in DeLand it's 60 and cloudy.
Did you?
Today, it will be partly cloudy with a forecasted high of 73 and a low of 42.
So
Have a nice day.
73 was high. So you say you got me now?
I got you now.
Okay. See, Sue was. She does this. It says, I can't hear you. And it's like, okay. And then she gets me all excited because, oh, my mic's not working. Hey, there's Tammy. Good morning, Tammy. It looks like Tammy got a bunch of snow up there, like a ton of snow. Sue goes, look at this picture Tammy sent out. It's like, so you're, and you said you love it. Have a good time with that, Tammy. But some people love snow. I don't, you know. So, 73. You got to be here. Yeah, I don't want to be there. It's too cold. I saw. Up in Ohio, they were getting freezing rain this morning. I was just on YouTube. They showed the picture of the White House and snow coming down, and you know, it's crazy on it. Oh, hey, okay, Google, what's the weather like in Washington D.C.?
Right now in Washington it's 33 with snow.
No.
Today, there will be rain and snow with a forecasted high of 39 and a low of 33.
So Tammy said, I don't have to leave the house though. That's a good thing. When I used to live in Ohio, when it was cold and nasty, I wouldn't leave the house. I would stay in all the time because it was just too cold, you know. Here in the summertime, we spend a lot of time in, but it's I go out though, but in wintertime I would not go up north. John, welcome, John. Good morning. He says it's 2 Fahrenheit hit here last night, so 2. That's cold. That's like getting close to 0. That's crazy. But hey, it's this time of year, you know. It's gonna do. Ask Google what the weather is in Granite City, Illinois. Okay, Google, what's the weather in Granite City, Illinois?
Right now in Granite City it's 28 and cloudy. Today, there will be snow showers with a forecasted high of 34 and a low of 27.
Oh.
There is currently a winter storm warning in effect.
So Granite City's got a winter storm warning in effect, and it's cold, and so yeah. John says I have my 240 volt heater on my workshop. Well, you need that, John, because it's gonna. And I hope you have 2 pairs of socks on because it's cold. So there he said, well, hey, good morning, Jeff. How's Jeff doing this morning? And John says I have a big puffy down-filled coat out of the closet again, so you got to keep warm, you know. Yeah, Burr, John. That's what Jeff said. It is very, very cold up there. So we're lucky. Actually, it's going to feel pretty nice today. You know, like I said 73. Humidity dropped off. Actually, I got up this morning. I hadn't opened up the house yet, and it was still warm in here. And so I opened up the doors, and then nice cool breezes come through. So it's great. Yeah, it is a nice heater. Oh, there's Scott from Bike Boats and Bivouacs. Hello, all. I had 5 to 8 inches of snow today in Fleetwood, PA, and a foot of snow up on Tioga at my cabin. Snowblower's ready, and the toys are packed away in the garage. So that's winter weather. It's coming in there. So when you hear me complain because I'm cold because we got below 70, just ignore me because I do that, you know. And so it was. I've never been. The reason I moved to Florida because I hated cold. And that's why I lived down here, and I love it. It's actually, this is a great time of year on it. So, but yeah, I'm glad to see everybody come on this morning. Tuesday we had our meetup with Traveling Robert. It was fun. There's put up a little picture there of Robert and me. We met up at the Daytona Beach Brewery and had a good time. There was, I don't know, Sue, how many was there? Do you remember?
I think there was about 14.
About 14 showed up on it, and so we had a chance to, just chat with Robert and rub it in. Jeff said.
Yeah, I think it was actually 16, including Diz Traveler and Robert. There was 14.
About 14
of us couples.
It was in Diz Traveler. I see him on Robert's live chat on Fridays, and I thought he lived somewhere up north, but he lived in Orlando, so I got a chance to meet Diz Traveler too. And so anyways, we had a good time. It was a nice chat there. Me and Robert talked a little bit about drones and cameras and stuff, so we just had a good time there. So I wish everybody could have been there, because it would have been fun to have the whole group there, Tammy says, I wouldn't be complaining if it were in the 70s, Bob. Yeah, I know, and I'm not. It's nice. I like it here, It's no problem on it, And Sue says no complaints here. And yeah, Scott says hi, Jeff and Sue and Tammy. Oh yeah, and Scott says I hate snow too. So I hated snow for years when I lived in Ohio. I mean, I lived 43 years in Ohio, and just had enough when I moved down here. So. But I never did like it. Even as a kid, I can't remember liking it. And he says, I saw the video, but didn't have time to click on it. I will watch it today. Oh, cool. Yeah, check it out. Jeff said, I'll be right back. Okay, see you in a minute, Jeff. Scott says, my hobbies are boats and motorcycles. They don't do well in snow. That's true, Scott. It's like that's the way mine was up when I lived in Ohio. I had motorcycles. I flew RC planes. All the stuff that I enjoyed doing in the wintertime, you just had to put them away because it was just too daggone cold to run, get them out, Now, my brother had a snowmobile, and in fact, when he was down here a week or so ago, we were talking a little bit about that, and, it was fun, except it was so daggone cold, that kind of took away from the fun, so, but snowmobile's kind of like riding a motorcycle, but just a little bit different. Kind of like a jet ski. Jet skis are fun. The guy I used to work with, he had a couple of jet skis, and we took them out one day, went out the intercoastal, and we had a blast. We went across the ocean, was jumping the waves. I mean, we were up in the air with that thing. I was crazy. That's why I didn't kill myself. But they were fun. It's kind of like riding a motorcycle on water. But yeah, a lot of hobbies in the wintertime just don't, they don't do so well, Tammy says, I don't like the winter, but I do love snow. So, yeah, so that's good that you like the snow. You're able to, you like to get out and do little things in it, or maybe you just like to look at it, Look out the window and watch the snow coming down. And I never mind watching the snow coming down. I just don't want to go outside in it or shovel it. I used to have this great big long driveway. I used to live just south of Cleveland, pretty close to the snow belt, and I was always shoveling snow. Just think that's all I ever did is shovel snow, and I really got tired of that. Yeah, Tammy says you gotta layer up for winter fun. Summer fun is much better. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Well, and that's something I never liked doing is I don't like the bulky clothes, Oh, Scott says my driveway is 240 foot long, so hey, there's Diz Traveler. Morning, Diz Traveler. We got a chance to meet him on Tuesday night, so it was cool to meet up. I don't know why I thought Diz Traveler was up north somewhere, but he's over here by Orlando, so he's close by, so it was kind of cool to see him pop in the door. Yeah, he's got, check out Diz Traveler's YouTube page. He's got a nice channel over there, so check him out. Sue says, hey, Diz Traveler, thanks for the t-shirts and stickers we'll wear. Oh, Scott. Oh, yes, Scott. I get my mind off. Yeah, I appreciate we've got some stickers here. I put one of his stickers. I can't find one here. I put it on the camper, and so this is Scott's. He also gave us t-shirt. I don't have the t-shirt on today. I'll probably wear it the next time. But yeah, appreciate it, Scott. Appreciate the stickers and appreciate the t-shirts, and so that was really nice, you know. Yepper's local native Floridian disc traveler. Yeah, I was talking to disc traveler about that, and I go, oh, you're a cracker, you know. And yeah, native in Florida, if you're born here, a lot of times they'll call you a cracker. And what cracker means, back in the old days when the cattle rustlers and stuff in Florida would move cattle around, they used whips, and they'd crack the whip there to get the cattle to move around, and so they come up with the name cracker. So that's why a lot of times they'll call a native Florida a cracker, you know. So I was talking to this traveler a little bit about that on Tuesday night. So yeah, it's called a cracker. I'm a transplant. Most of us are transplants. You know, it's one thing in Florida. What you do is you usually ask somebody, "Where are you from?" Because most people are from somewhere else, and someone said, you know, once in a while you find one that was a native Floridian like this traveler. So that's pretty cool. It sounded like you had a nice meetup. Yeah, we did. We had a real nice meetup. Daytona Beach Brewery. They have some really great beers. Alan, a good friend of mine. He's the owner of and the brewer, and I've got the chance to brew with him. I had a Scotch ale recipe, and he asked me if he could take my recipe and we'd brew it up. So we brewed 100 gallons of my Scotch ale, and we had it on tap for about 6 months. So yeah, if you're ever in this area, check out Daytona Beach Brewery there, and I appreciate them hosting us there for our meetup there. And he says, I don't blame you for transplanting, Bob. Yeah, it's like, I love it. You know, I had a lot of people when I was moving down here would say, oh, you won't like it, I'll give you in a year, you'll be back. And it's been 20 years, and I don't want to go back, you know. So greetings to Sue and to Bites. Yeah. Yeah, Ohio's a good place to be from. Yeah, that's what we always say. If anywhere else, Ohio's a good place just to be from on it. Oh yeah, Tammy says, that's cool, you had a neat recipe for beer. Yeah, what my recipe was, Sam Adams had made a Scotch ale. I like Scotch ales. They're kind of like Scotch whiskey, a little smokiness to them. They have peat grains in it. It has a smoky taste to it. And I experimented. Sam Adams will tell you what ingredients is there, but not how much. And I got the recipe almost the same as theirs and made it. And so I don't know if Alan had tasted or whatever one time, but he asked me if we could brew that up, and we did that, and it was fun. As Scott says, just putting it out there, looking for someone in the travel group to do a video of Lake Okeechobee Campground. Prefer a look at KOA, but we'll watch anything in all RV parks if anyone heads down that way. Yeah, check that out. So one of these days I want to make another trip down to the Keys, and when I go down, I'm going to go down towards Okeechobee and go down that way, and probably that KOA would be a good stopover point. But I don't have that in the near plans. So, but yeah, if anyone out there is going down around Okeechobee and maybe the KOA or somewhere in that area, check it out. I know, I said Robert had done a video once down there, and the Lake Okeechobee has like a dike that goes all the way around it. So it's not one of these lakes that you can just pull out and look over across it there. You have to find spots to get over the dike to see over top of the lake on it. And there was one area that Robert stopped at, and he could actually, I think he flew his drone there, so you might check in his video to see if that one come up on it there. It's been a while since I watched that. Yeah, Scott says, Wandering Wagoners complain about Ohio also. Yeah, it's, it does. This time of year it gets depressing. You have to winterize everything. And he says, Scott, I have a friend who lives in Salem with the Amish. Cool. We used to live around the Amish in Holmes County, Ohio. Even Worcester there was that, but they're all over. But Millersburg, that area was a big Amish community. Holmes County area, that and Lancaster, Pennsylvania are some of the two biggest Amish settlements in the world. So that was pretty cool. He says, Scott, not that it helps you with the video, just commenting. Yeah, Salem, PA. Yeah. So. Oh, Jeff says the Keys. I hope the Lord lets me visit again. I love the Keys. Of every place I've been, the Keys are my far favorite place to go ever. I just love it down there. Beautiful. Oh, Tammy said no, Ohio. So, what part of Ohio, Tammy? As I said,
Salem.
Oh, Salem. Okay, yeah, Salem. That's kind of in the northeast, isn't it? Up in the northeast, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, Scott says primarily Mennonite in my area, but you can tell the difference between the groups based on the color of the buggy. Yeah, and gray versus black. And that's true. And also the way they dress.
Yes, yeah.
The real older Amish have like blacker outfits, where sometimes Mennonites will have different colors that they wear. You know.
Yeah, and Mennonites drive cars in Ohio.
Yeah, they do. The Mennonites will drive a car, you know, and where the Amish won't. There's so many different orders of Amish out there that they're. It's hard to tell the difference on it. But yeah, we grew up around them. We were all over. Lived in a little town called Shreve. Sue lived there too, and but they were just all over the place. Scott said I'll be in the Keys in January, March. Great time to go. It's just a beautiful time to be down in the Keys on it. The weather's nice. It's cooled down some, you know, and it's just a gorgeous time.
Both all January and March, or just a?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, well, you're gonna go January and March. Is that two different meets, or are you gonna stay down there from January through March, Scott? So he said I didn't know that. I just know she complains about the poop all over the road apples. You get road apples down there, you know. So you gotta watch. If you're on a motorcycle, be careful. Road apples. Jeff said, me too, Bob. The Keys are like a different world. It is. It's just so cool down there, you know. And he said, I had no idea they drove cars. Yeah, some of the Mennonites will drive cars. Some of the Amishmen will ride in cars. They have services. People will go around and do that. They'll haul Amish around and haul them all over the place. So they'll ride sometimes, but they won't drive them, you know. Yeah, Scott says, got to dodge the horse poop when on the bike. Yeah, that's for sure. You don't want to really hit road poop on that. Road apples, you know. Only a week at a time. Oh, so you're just going to be a week at a time down there. Okay. So he says, most of my favorite place is Dustin, Florida. Dustin's a nice area. Yeah, so dodging road apples is like a sport. Yeah, you can just weave in and out of the road apples there when you're on your motorcycle. You just got to be careful you don't get in one because they're slippery. Yeah, Scott says the cars must be all black, including the bumper. That's correct. Yeah, they paint them all black.
As it asked about the TV shows we used to watch, they showed Mennonite.
Well, yeah, they had the Mennonite. What was it? The Amish Mafia.
Amish Mafia.
And there was a couple other ones, Breaking Amish.
Yeah, something like that. But
there was several of those, and a lot of those were kind of dramatized. They weren't all factual.
A lot based in Holmes County.
Yeah, some of them were based in Holmes County, and some of them was in Lancaster. You know, and the Amish Mafia. There is Amish Aid, and that's kind of what Amish Mafia was about, where Amish kind of take care of themselves, and I guess businesses and that feed into a fund. When somebody needs help, they help each other out, and I think that's what the Amish Mafia was, you know, taken off after on it. Yeah, Jeff says Destin is wonderful too, Cam. Yeah, Destin is good. Yeah, their cars are all black though. Tammy said, Jeff, I made it to from Destin to St. Louis in 9 hours. Wow, that's moving. I was in my 20s. I was what Bob called an idiot. Yeah, that's, we haven't brought that up here. Where's my idiot? There it is. That's what I call idiots. Idiots everywhere. I've been an idiot. Everybody at one time has been an idiot. You do something like that was dumb. I don't know why I did that. So, yeah, this is our famous saying, idiots. Idiots are everywhere. I haven't used that for a while. I've calmed down on the idiots.
We miss Tammy.
Yeah, we miss Tammy, you know. Tammy brings out the best, you know. Oh, Jeff says, Tammy said, Jeff in mind where he's up in Tennessee. Scott says, Tammy, I have a sister-in-law in Destin, and I like eating the lupus up there. Jimmy Buffett's sister's restaurant. Oh, cool. I haven't had lupus. Now, what is lupus? Lulu's, you know. Yeah, so it says I thought it was pretty fake and stage 2. Yeah, the
Well,
Amish.
like Scott said, Amish Mafia was mostly fake.
It was.
You missed that comment.
Oh, I missed that one. Yeah, it was mostly fake. It was a show. It was kind of interesting, but it was mostly fake. You know, all staged. But those people were real. Sue's daughter hadn't seen. Was it Mary?
Yeah,
She had seen her and come into medical clinic. You know, so the people were real, but the show was fake. Really, you know. Yeah, so Tanny says, Jeff, I'm from Granite City, Illinois, about 10 miles from downtown St. Louis, so, and it's snowing there. I stay in idiot mode, says Jeff. Oh, I do that a lot. I get into idiot mode, you know. It's kind of a game with me, laughing at people, calling them idiots, and it just mean no harm. It's just kind of a game I play, you know. Because I remember one time I had a friend in prison around there somewhere, so I've had some friends in prison. You know, I had a good friend who was in prison, so I lost track of him. I'm afraid he might still be back in there again. He didn't clean up a little bit on it, so but yeah, that happens. Things people make mistakes and they pay for it. The thing is, Jeff, it's probably Juliet. Okay, yeah, there is a prison in Juliet. So Scott says she has 3 restaurants, Gulfport, Destin, and Myrtle Beach. Southern food. She is Jimmy Buffett's Bahama Breeze. Cool. We got a Jimmy Buffett community right down the road here that they're building, and someone just told me that Jimmy Buffett actually bought a house there, and it's on LPGA just outside of Daytona. So, but yeah, Jimmy Buffett spreads his wealth around, you know, or Big Muddy. Yeah, Sue says today's show was showing St. Louis this morning because they showed the snow in St. Louis. So just as maybe Tam when he went stupid, I cut him off.
Sometimes you gotta do that.
Sometimes that happens, you know. So hey, I wanted to show you. Let's see if I can get this up here. There's a site where we made a site where I can offer T-shirts. I'm going to put that up here. So anyways, what we've done, there's a site called, what is it, Teespring. I have a link in my description down below. So if any reason, I set this up because I just wanted to get T-shirts for ourselves, but I found out you can offer them, if anybody would like one, you can buy a T-shirt, and you click on the link and it takes you right to it, and they ship them right to you on it. So we've got a couple ordered, me and Sue does, but they offered some other things there. You put up a thing where they have a sticker. You can get stickers in that. I think I can get stickers a little cheaper elsewhere, but for now I set that up. But this morning I was messing around and they had some mugs, and so I set this thing. You can get a Lucky Dog coffee chat mug, and so if anybody would be interested in that, all you gotta do is click on the links, and you actually purchase them off this company, not off of me. So, but if anybody's interested in that merchandise there, I just wanted to share it with you. I said I have links in the comments section down below. So, but those are available there on it. So, if you're interested in that, click on the link. Yeah, so Jeff says, yeah, I had to cut off a few dummies myself, and because of snow, let me back it up a little bit. Oh yeah, so Sue said on the snow, and yeah, maybe Tim when we was stupid and I cut him off, so. And Tam said she's cut off a few dummies. So what's that place called? Oh, Tam said she's going to order t-shirts. Okay, it's cool. That'd be neat, you know, have t-shirts, and I'm going to get a mug here ordered up. I just saw this place that you don't have to order a whole bunch of them. You can order like 1, 2, whatever you want at a time, and rather than ordering 100 of them. So I set that up. It's like, yeah, it's there. Jeff says, Bob and Sue, I enjoyed the meetup video. Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, it was fun. We had a good time, you know. It's I don't know that Robert shot a ton of video, but he asked me to send my footage to him, so I sent that over to Robert, and he said he'll be probably using some clips of that in his one of the upcoming videos there. It'll probably be a while after this. He's going up to Georgia. Let me meet some family up there, and then I think he's coming down, kind of going towards the west side, coming down, and maybe going through Mexico Beach where the hurricane went through, and back down to home. So that's his plans at this point, you know. Oh yeah, Scott says Lulu's, and says, oh, you have her cookbook, so that would be interesting. Get some good southern cooking on. I'm always cooking something up.
I love cookbooks.
Sue likes cookbook. I don't use them really. You know what I do when I cook? I get an idea and make it mine, you know. Oh, Jeff says when he gets through. That's cool. Oh, that's cool. Scott sent us a t-shirt. We got our channel a limited budget. I would like to just send everybody one, but I don't have the income to do it. And when you're on Social Security, it doesn't go very far, so I have to be very careful how I budget, you know. Oh, Scott said she has a house in Key West, so I want to get my cookbook signed. Oh, that'd be cool if she gets around when I'm in Keys. That would be awesome. Back up. I'm missing a couple comments. Oh, things that now you're confusing me, Mom. I'm in trouble making decisions on what to buy. Buy them all, you know. I haven't got a mug yet. I want to get a mug ordered, and I want to get a t-shirt ordered and some stickers. So that's how I'll be sure to visit. Get one of each, Tammy. There you go. Buy them all. I think I'll get a t-shirt and 2 mugs. So yeah, the mugs would be cool during the chat there. So I want to get a mug ordered in too. We got t-shirts. It takes a little bit. They print them as they go, and I think they said our shirts will be in like December 3rd or something on it. So I'll be curious to get them on it. I wanted to get different colored ones, but the graphics I had was I had a white background, and so I used a white shirt so it didn't look like it was just a patch. So until I see them to see what they look like, I'll know more, you know.
Yeah, because on a colored shirt, that white...
It had a white background,
it
yeah.
It looked like a white patch in the middle of the shirt.
Yeah, and so, and see what they look like. I'm still experimenting with that, but the white looked pretty cool, you know. And so I might go ahead and get the stickers, too. We have a spot on our garage, and we put... Yeah, I'm starting to put some stickers on our Roadtrek on it, so I put the... Scott sticker on there, and then Robert, he gave us some stickers when we met, and so I'm going to put Robert's sticker on the back of the Roadtrek and start a little sticker area, you know. Oh, Scott says you'll like the place, Jeff, and he says we are getting an Instapot. Oh, cool. You know, I use that Instapot quite a bit. Sue had it for a long time, and I did use it quite a bit. So this Travis says, from what I heard from Traveling Robert, he didn't do any videos of the meetup. I thought he was joking, but he asked if I could use his camera to video too, so I forgot my camera. Yeah, he did just a little bit, but I said I did send him some footage that I took, and so that way he'll have something to work with on it. Yeah, Susan, I think you'll like your Instapot, Tammy. Yeah, those Instapots, they're pretty cool. I cook in it quite often. Just if it's Southern food, I will love it, Scott. Southern food's good. You know, I like greens and, you know, just a lot of good grits. I had grits the other day, and they weren't bad. It had, what was that, bacon and cheese? They was pretty good, you know.
Where were we?
Oh yeah.
We were at the Ryan's Barbecue.
Oh right, Ryan's Barbecue. We had that. So. Oh yeah, Scott X. This when's your next video coming up and your topic? So, yeah, we'll be looking for a new video from this traveler. Yeah, green fried tomatoes. I love green fried tomatoes, and I found out
movie too.
there's a movie, Green Fried Tomatoes.
Green tomatoes.
But when I make my green fried tomatoes, if I can find tomatoes that are green but just a tiny bit of pink in them, they're not quite as sour. I don't like sour much. If you like sour, it doesn't matter. But and I found they're a little more less. How's that? They're a little more less sour. So, but yeah, that's what I found last time. I got them just a tinge of pink in them, and I liked them a little bit better. Tanya says, I've wanted one ever since you did the video. I just got to get the Jeep out of the shop first and go out and get one. So, yeah, Sue's had this, especially a pressure cooker, and she's had it a long time, and I dug it out and tried to use it, and I've made some pretty cool stuff with it, you know. Southern favorite, yeah. Yeah, that is a Southern Green Fried Tomatoes. A movie, Green Fried Tomato, was an awesome movie too. So, this Traveler says, I'm still pondering on what to do with my DC trip, and as most are still shots in the video, as many areas just would be odd for one long video. Well, you know, I did a video of Mount Pilot Mountain, and I had a bunch of still shots, and what I did is I think I did a voiceover, and that made a nice video because you talked about the area and give it a little more interest than just watch the pictures go by. And so a lot of times, even when I'm doing a driving video, I'll try to do a voiceover or something to just tell about what's going on there so it doesn't get boring, you know. Oh, Tanya said, I love grits. You know, I didn't really, but these were pretty good. Scott said, I add maple syrup to my grits, and that would be good too. Oh, maple syrup sounds wonderful. It does. Someone told me once they made it up like oatmeal. They thought it was like oatmeal and put milk and sugar, and it really wasn't what he was looking for on it. But yeah, maple syrup sounds really good over grits. Scott says, hey folks, gotta go to work. I'll be driving home in the snow. Oh no, be careful in that snow, Scott. Might have to switch into four-wheel drive on the way home. Snow starting within the hour. So, okay, Scott, glad to have you come aboard this morning. Check out Scott's page. He has some cool bikes, boats, and bivouacs there. He's got a lot of cool videos, so check Scott's page out. But be careful driving in that snow up there. Any of you is up there in the snow, be careful with it. So we'll see you again the next time, Scott. Bob, you make wonderful vids. Oh, thank you, Tammy. Appreciate that. I try, you know, I try to put my best into it, you know, and I always trying to improve. And sometimes I'll make one go, well, it wasn't really what I wanted, you know, but I try to improve with it. Snow in Florida? Not here. That's all up north, so, you know. Yeah, so be safe out there. See y'all. So see you later, Scott. So, Tammy says, I've been meaning to check out Scott's channel. Yeah, check out Scott's channel. He has an awesome channel. This Travis says, oh, unless I'm getting names confused with another Scott in Florida. Actually, this Scott's up in, he's in Pennsylvania, isn't he?
Yeah, Pennsylvania. He said what part, but I can't remember.
Yeah, this Bike, Boats, and Bivouacs, he's up in Pennsylvania. So, you know, it does get confusing. You get talking to people and just where they're at, you know. And because I said, I thought Diz Traveler was up north, and he's right here in Florida. So, oh, thanks, Jeff. Yes, I really do. So, yeah, I appreciate that. I really try to make a decent video, and I enjoy it too. A lot of it is basically it's a retirement hobby. I'm able to use things like my drone and my cameras and stuff, and just play around, and it really, you know, it takes a lot of time, but it does give me something to do. And the chats have become really just the base of it, because just all you good people, I get to chat with you guys, and you know, have all these friends I've developed, you know, all around the country, even the world. You know, we got UK, we've got Sophie over in Australia, and so you know, you just get a chance to make friends from all over the place there, and it's cool. I'd love to meet every one of you guys. I've got a chance to meet a few now, but it'd be cool to be able to meet up with everybody.
I hope Sophie's doing okay. We haven't heard from her in a
She
while.
was, yeah, Sophie.
She was just recovering from her foot surgery.
She had her foot surgery, and so yeah, I haven't seen her last couple chats. I think it's been. So yeah, I hope she's done good with it. Hey, we had Rat Fink. I wanted to share this picture with you guys. He came on the last chat, and I don't know if anybody's been familiar with Rat Fink. Here's a picture of it. Tells of the Rat Fink on it. It's really cool. When I was a kid, I loved this little car and cartoon on it. So it was pretty awesome. So I looked that up. I knew I had a picture of Ratfink, and so I thought maybe he'd be on here this morning. There, I was going to share that with him. So, but anyways, I wanted to share. I think that I thought that was such a cool picture. I think I even had a model car that looked like that when I was a kid. You know, so that was a lot of fun. So I was Ratfink on it. Just as soon as the snow melts, I'm going to try to learn to fly this drone and video. Well, you know, snow on the ground, Jeff, if you get yourself a dry spot to take off and land, make some pretty awesome videos. I actually watched a video just the other day. It was on the new Phantom, or the Mavic 2, with the 1-inch sensor, and you know, it's supposed to be really good, and they compared it with the Spark, and watched the videos, and he did a side-by-side filming of it, and every one of those, the Spark had a better picture. I mean, and several other people said the same thing, that actually the Spark had a better picture than the Mavic 2, which is about that's almost a $1,700 drone compared to a $400 drone. So I thought I'd share that with you, Jeff. That was pretty awesome there. I think you get just about as good with spending a fraction of the money, you know. Yeah, Sue says, hope Sophie is doing okay after her foot surgery. And yeah, you'll have fun flying it, Jeff. I need to take a day and go out somewhere. I was thinking about going up to a little lake up here and doing a little footage up here, Lake Diaz. And now the weather's cooled down, I feel like going out doing more flying because it's not so warm out. Kay says, we just had a lot of drama around here and haven't had time for YouTube. My neighbor had a kidney removed and got home and had a stroke. Oh gosh. And then his son went away in the ambulance. He said, wow, you've had a lot of things going on. Yeah, temperatures, that's another interesting thing, Jeff, that to think about. I don't know about being cold. I've seen a lot of people doing flying drones in cold weather. I'm sure, you know, with the technology that DJI puts in these, you'd probably get a warning if it's too cold. I do remember flying my Phantom 3 last winter, and it was a cold morning, and I did get a warning about the temperature, and all it said is to let it run and have it set up and let it warm up a little bit before you took off. And I think if you do that, you would be fine on it. But that'd be an interesting thing to search out, flying your drone in a colder weather, you know. He says, I don't mean to throw drama, man. I was just saying, oh yeah, I mean, that's cool. That's great that you were helping him out, Tammy. Appreciate that. So yeah, stuff happens, you know. Jeff says, you steered me right, Bob. Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to be careful with my drones and how I operate them. And so the cold weather issue, you know, you need to be careful with it and maybe do a little checking. So yeah, like Sue said, well, everybody's okay, and everybody get back in shape. So this trailer, I bought a drone and then sold it. Way too complicated. It takes a little bit. It's a learning process. Yeah, we missed Tammy, but we did know you was helping your friend there, so we missed you. But it's understandable. So glad to have you on. That's amazing. You're on now. So yeah. Jeff, do a little research on it, but I think you could probably get with it. Now, Tammy said, we miss you guys. Yeah, we missed you too, you know. Yeah, Pierce Tammy.
We don't laugh as much when Tammy does.
Actually, Tammy puts a lot of fun into the chat, you know, so it's cool. Oh, Jeff, I also one day, when I met it with Robert, we were down to the Ponson Lighthouse, and I wanted to, always wanted to fly the drone down there. I got the chat off. Let me put that chat back on. I hit the wrong button. Anyways, so when I was talking to Robert, he said he flew the drone down around Ponson Lighthouse. I go, really? I go, man, I've always wanted to do that. He goes, I asked him once. They said no, but he said there wasn't nobody around in the parking lot. So he said, I took it off. So I'll be anxious to see Robert's drone footage around the Ding dongs. I think we have. Are we out of ding dongs?
We're out of ding dongs.
Oh, we had some ding dongs.
We had some, and we laughed about them the other day.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did it. We did have some ding dongs. So yeah, they're good. It kind of. We got started with that. Now I'm doing. This morning I'm drinking orange juice. OJ. It looks like it's set too long. It's settling out. And I get my Lucky Dog coffee mug, then I can have all my drinks in that. I actually do have a Lucky Dog coffee mug. It's a big one. It wasn't made well, but I don't use it much. Just that it's like 27 actual temperature with wind chill and then chill from the motors. Yeah, it'd be something to work into. In fact, I'll have to try to do a search, see if anybody has any videos on flying their drones in cold temperatures, see if there's anything out there. So it'd be interesting to research that out. He says, I'll never look at a ding dong the same way. That's right, me either. You know, ding dongs have a whole new meaning. Yeah, see, we're out of ding dongs, so we'll get some more next time we go to the grocery store. And just the ding dongs. So yeah, ding dongs was a fun thing. Try to cut back on sweets, and I'm sure ding dongs are full of sugar, and so.
And chocolate, yum.
And chocolate, sugar and chocolate. We've been doing those pumpkin rolls. Are we out? Pumpkin rolls? We still have pumpkin rolls. Look at that. We still got some pumpkin rolls. So. Oh. Carrie said, Jeff, I meant the temperature, about your temperatures, not your ding dong. You don't want a cold ding dong. What? You know, I wonder what they'd be like frozen. Can you freeze your ding dong? About the same? They would be different. They would be different. You could freeze your ding dongs. Oh, this Travis, I hear water running. Should that be an issue, or is it part of that music? Actually, no. What the water running is, I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 aquariums in this room, and the water running in the background is my aquariums. It's the filters and that. There's not really much way around it, but if I use a different mic, I have a boom mic on here that I use because Sue makes a lot of comments and it helps pick up her in the background. But yeah, the water running is in aquariums. That's my other hobby. Let's see if I can I get a picture of them there in the background or not. Get my hand. There's one aquarium.
You got 2 there kind of showing there.
Yeah, you can see that I have a 55 over there. I don't know if I can.
They're not lit.
Yeah, I don't have the lights on. So anyways, that's the water that you hear is my aquariums in the background running the filters. So they're just there, you know. They said I'll try to let you know about the frozen ding dongs. Yeah, that'd be worth a try. Put them in the freezer because we freeze the pumpkin rolls and I like them better frozen, you know. No, Jess says, yeah, that makes sense. Fish tanks. Yeah, that's what you hear on it. I can hear it. I don't always put the earphones on. I get the. Yeah, I can hear it in the background. So, 'cause when I wear earphones, I hear myself talk constantly. So, yeah, Tammy said, I love that. It is kind of peaceful. Hear water running. So this Trevor did. Notice they do-it-yourself filter, a big plastic container. Yeah, it is. I made those. I don't know if you're familiar with aquariums and what they call a sump filter. Susan is trying to go to the bathroom. But these are homemade sump filters. What they are is one of these plastic storage bins, and then inside that I have, it's like these plastic drawers that you can get. They're real inexpensive. And then what I do is drill holes in each of those drawers, and then each drawer will have something different. I have lava rock in one, and then I have Dacron in the other ones, and it filters down through there, and of course builds up the biological action and makes a great filter. My tanks say crystal clear, and these I build at a fraction of the cost to you know, a regular bought sump filter on it. So yeah, those are all homemade on it, and they work excellent. They're not as neat looking as what a commercial one, but they work even better, I think, you know. Jesse said, we all realize and appreciate Sue's confrontation to this chat. She does. She adds a lot. She keeps me straight. I forget things. She answers it, you know, so. Hee Sue. So, yeah, Discharge, so I have one tropical fish tank and a big 400-gallon goldfish pond. That's cool. We've got goldfish in one. We got a 10-gallon tank. We've got 3 55-gallon tanks. We've got a 20-gallon tank, and we've got a 30-gallon tank. So we've got quite a few. I used to own a pet store years ago, and I didn't have fish for a long time, and started keeping them again, and they become habit forming. I used to have a goldfish pond outside here too, but the trouble with it, set underneath my bedroom window, and the frogs got in it. And nighttime, the frogs would chirp all night, and you could not sleep. So I took rid of it. So. Yeah, Tanny says, I know zero about keeping fish tanks. And I know quite a bit, you know. Yeah, just making your own biofilter is the way to go, actually. It is, and it's fun. I like building stuff, you know. I like the do-it-yourself stuff, you know, and I just have a fun with that, you know. Yeah, that's cool, Tammy. Yep, we love Sue. We all love Sue. Hey, it wouldn't be the same without Sue, that's right. You know, it would be just missing, you know. And he said, I agree, Jeff. Same here, Tammy. I know zero about it. But I would have well-fed dead. Yeah, Sue always wanted me to feed more. And I go, you can't feed that much. If they don't,
they'd be all dead.
They'd be all dead because you overfeed them. That food lays there and rots and makes the tank go bad. So it's like you gotta not overfeed. You know. So Discharge says, what is the biggest fish we have? Our Tupacosimus. They're in a fish tank now. Oh, like 10 inches. That's pretty good size compared to 1 inch when they was bought. I have a Pacu. If you're familiar with the Pacu, but this Pacu is like $50 size, and he's probably maybe 5 months old now.
Yeah.
He is about this big right now. He's all by himself in a 55-gallon tank, and I feed him dog food, and he's enormous. He'll take food right out of your fingers. And this other tank right down here, I have an Oscar. He's going to get big. I haven't had him very long, but he loves to eat. He'll take food out of your fingers. So, but yeah, I've got some big fish, and they're going to get bigger. I have African cichlids in a 30-gallon tank. They're very colorful. Got a bunch of live bearers in my other tank that most of the ones in there now are all the ones that have raised up from babies. So I'm waiting for them to start reproducing, having second generation. So it's fun, another little hobby, something to do, you know. He says, haha, Sue, me too. Yeah, he's big, that Paco. And he says, I have a friend who started out with 5 goldfish. Now she has 1. His name is Lucky. So,
we had 20, we have 6.
Instead of Lucky Dog, it'd be a Lucky Fish.
Lucky Fish, and I didn't want you to make them fish food, so we bought a $40 fish tank to put $20 worth of goldfish in them.
Oh, just as Bob, you and I have many interests in common. We do. So it seems like we have a lot of interests in common, you know. And it's like so many things I like to do that Jeff kind of chimes right in there. This just says that didn't make sense. We bought 2 Pocosmus 1 inch and then threw them in the pond, and they are 10 inches. They get huge. They do get big, you know. Hey, that's so cool, Bob. The Lucky 6. There you go. I've named some of my fish. I've got my Oscar. I call Oscar the Grouch. I have 2 iridescent sharks I call Penn and Teller. And my Paco, we call him Taco the Paco. We have a goldfish named Abby Fish. Do we have any other ones? Oh, we have parrotfish. We got 2 parrotfish.
Oh.
One's Pinky, one's Patty. Pinky was colored pink, which I knew would fade out after she got over, but Pinky and Patty. So, yeah, I don't always name my fish, but I did name a few of these just for fun, you know. But, yeah, aquarium fish are fun. Those names are awesome. Yeah, I try to think of crazy names to name my fish and stuff, you know. It's they're just a lot of fun, and they're peaceful. You know, a lot of times the TV will be on, I found myself looking at the fish in the tanks more than the television, you know. So, and you get kind of carried away after a while. You get one aquarium, and I don't know, then you want a different species, and they don't get along, so you get another tank in order to put a different species in it. So next thing you know, like right now, what do we got? Eight fish tanks? Or is it 7? So
you got rid of the little fish bowl.
I had a fish bowl, but that didn't really count, you know. So, yeah, Sue said, yes, I like my goldfish, and I didn't want to give them up. Now, that's make fish food, because a lot of these are just feeder goldfish we have. They're cheap. What were they? 20 cents a piece. And I basically got those goldfish to cycle the tank. Cycle means you have to get bacteria in a tank, and it goes through ammonia cycle, and all the goodies build up. And so you need something. It can be hard on the fish, and the goldfish are hardy and make it through it and cheap. So, but when we was done with them, didn't know what to do with them. Didn't want to throw them in the Pacu tank and he'd eat them. So Sue bought a 10-gallon tank, and we set them up and put them in the 10-gallon tank. He says, good, Sue, I would have done the same thing. Yep. Just, I'm real curious about the big guy in the meetup. Didn't see the back. The big. I'm curious about the big guy in the meetup vid. I didn't see the back of his T-shirt said. I'm not sure. You know which one that is, Sue?
No, I don't.
I'm not sure which one you're talking about, Jeff. We did several of them. I think a lot of them.
Diz was there in a burgundy shirt.
Yeah.
Some guy named Mike had a blue shirt. He was towards the front next to Robert. That was Mike, I think.
Oh,
those are only 2 other guys that.
There's Paul Flex. Good morning, Paul. Good to see you in the chat. Check out your channel. Glad to have you come on. And so, where are you from, Paul?
Paul is the guy we met at the.
Oh, that's right. See how my mind goes?
You didn't
Okay.
read my thing yet.
I know who Paul is now. I have these brain fades, like they come really quick, you know. Yeah. So good morning, Paul. Good to see you again. Yeah, from Mormon. And it's like I take me, you know, my mind is so slow at recognize from names and places, and once I do it, oh yeah, I got it. So at first you have to excuse me. My mind doesn't work as quick as it should. Sue does that. We meet people, and I rely on Sue to say, now who is it? Which one was that? Because she knows their names. She knows
I wrote a bunch of stuff down,
and then she writes it down. You know. Paul has a channel. If you click on the site, it'll come up. I'm gonna just hit subscribe to it. So I just subscribe to your channel, Paul. And I don't know if he has any content on it, you know, but I do that when I meet somebody. If they have a channel, I always try to subscribe to them, and then it keeps me more in touch with them, you know. Yeah, we met Paul at the meetup, you know. And he didn't mention his channel, so.
And he has a Facebook page called Paradise Cruiser.
Right.
That's how we.
Right, and I think I friend him on his Facebook page too.
Travel in the Paradise Cruiser.
Yeah, traveling the Paradise Cruiser, you know. And so yeah, he's close to us. He's right here in Florida. So, oh, Paul, do you have a dog? Yeah, I have 2 dogs. We've got Cassie, our little toy poodle, and then we got Abby, Abby's our Sheltie. We'll get Cassie a lot of times. Abby's a little too big to put on, but this is Cassie. She's one of the lucky dogs. She's a little toy poodle. Yeah, Tammy says, Bobby, it's called CRS. Can't remember shit. And that's it. I can't remember nothing. You know, I've always been bad at that, you know. Yeah, Travels in the Paradise Cruiser. Yeah, on Facebook. So yeah, oh, there's Ron. Good morning, Ron. He hadn't. So what's going on? Are you cold up in Myrtle Beach there today, Ron? So I know we're not cold. We're cooler. It actually feels great, you know. Oh, so this guy's an un-Facebook person. I do them all Facebook. The only one I don't, I have the, was it Twitter? I just don't get Twitter. You know, I have an account, and one here with the channel, but I don't know. I just don't get Twitter, you know. Hi, Ron. he did. So
Here, you can show this. There's Abby, so they can see what Abby looks
oh,
like.
let's see if we can get that picture up here. And I think some of you have seen, but this is Abby. She's our Sheltie. She's on the floor right here. She's a little too...
Oh, right on top of my feet.
Yeah, she's laying on Sue's feet right now. She's a little too big to hold in my arms. So these are the lucky dogs, you know. Oh, Ron says raining and cold. Debbie said, I thought I was the only one none on Facebook. Some people just don't do it, you know. That's all right. Oh, said I was buffering, so did I have a buffer issue there? Yeah, this driver says Instagram and YouTube, and that's it. So I've got an Instagram, but I've hardly ever used that either, and I maybe should get into it. But there's so many formats out there that you can do kind of the same thing, really. Hank says I'm getting the chat, but the video is stopping. Wow. I don't know if anybody else is. Oh, there's 7. Good morning, 7. This is Dawn. Check out 7 is enough. She does some cooking restaurant reviews, and she does a great inspirational view every week, you know. So just got the notification. Sometimes the notifications go out slow, you know.
My notification comes in too, also late, 7. Mine just popped up a little bit ago.
Yeah, so sometimes they don't come up as quickly as you'd like them to, you know. Yeah, so everybody says good morning to Dawn. 7's enough. She should check out 7's channel. Say this computer is acting up constantly. Well, sometimes, you know, this morning we first started, Sue said she had no sound, and I thought it should be right, and it was her computer, not mine going out, because then I go, well, what's wrong with my feed? And I have statistics here. I can see what's going on, and a lot of times they'll tell me, but right now it says I have a healthy stream, so. Pause. Have you ever stayed at a campground in Jordan near Videssa, near the camping world? And did you stay there during the hurricane? They evacuated them big. No, I never stayed up there, and I did not evacuate during the hurricanes. So we stayed right here. But it sounds like a cool place to go. So right by Camping World. So yeah, a lot of, if you're beachside, a lot of them will evacuate. You know. All right, I'm gonna let Cassie down over here. She gets a little fidgy. Oh yeah, so 7 says it's so weird. I got one yesterday and clicked a reminder and it didn't remind me till now. I know that sometimes these reminders don't come out properly, and that's because of the system that they have. They don't send it out. Yeah, Paul says they evacuated the whole state. I'm sure that you've seen that in the campground because your Roadtrek really looks familiar to me. Okay. Yeah, we had never left for any hurricane. We have never left, so but we didn't. But a lot of those Roadtreks look the same. You know, you'll see one. You see a lot of them. You know. Oh, thanks, Jeff. Such a great chat group. Stream good there. So yeah, sometimes we'll have an issue, not often, but we'll get an issue with our local internet provider, and things will get slow or drop off. But and right now, lately, we've had it better, but we've had issues now and then. It drops down. Oh, thanks, Tammy. Jeff B, I ain't missing this screw. What a great day to start my day. Oh, that's cool you guys to say that, you know. I appreciate each and every one of you guys that comes out to the group. It's fun, you know. I started this group and there wasn't nobody on it. And, you know, the more we get on it, the more fun it is because we just chat about different things and chat about anything, you know.
You're at 596. You're getting close to 600.
Yeah, starting to get to my 600 subscribers. Appreciate each and every one of my subscribers. Okay, 7, she said, be right back. Leaving on the bus. Paul says they own the campground, like $20 a night. Wow, that's a good price, $20 a night.
Wow.
Yeah, we haven't been camping all summer. We take our camper out about every week to the flying field, so we use it all the time, but overnight camping. There's UK, he got on. Good morning, UK. In case some of you don't know British is UK. He changed his name and hasn't got changed back yet. So we call him UK. So British is UK. Am I late? No, you're just about an hour late, British. That's all right. We'll hang out a little longer, you know. Ron says I left for one this year, but it had to be a really bad one. Yeah, Ron came down here and stayed with us during, what was the name of that storm? I get all these. Florence. When Florence came up his way.
I think we've had so many.
Yeah. Any suggestions on a new laptop, Bob? I guess it depends on the budget. Well, yeah, budget's a lot of it. This here's a Dell I use. This is a Dell gaming computer. It wasn't an inexpensive computer. It has something like a 2 terabyte, or what do you call it, hard drive. It's got, oh gosh, I don't know how many. It's a huge memory in the background, but basically any computer, the faster the better. The more memory, the faster the better, you know. That's kind of the thing. But budget is the hard part, because sometimes you just can't afford to buy the high dollar ones, you know. But this one does good. It works good at processing my videos and stuff. And but yeah, always faster is the best, you know, you can go. And everybody's saying hi to UK, so I'll stop buffering finally. Yeah, it probably was your stream, Tammy, that sometimes your internet will slow down, or if a lot of people gets on it, it'll slow it down. UK says, why am I always late? I don't know, UK. Do you know how to tell time? Just kidding. Just kidding.
It's time difference. I don't think the UK has changed to their regular time.
That's right, UK. You realize everybody in the United States, or most of us, have changed time. The hour has went to what, back?
Fall back, yes.
Fall back.
Yes.
And so, and I've noticed you are coming on just about an hour late. So if you remember, you guys probably didn't change time. United States changed time. And so that will mess you up. And so you got to program yourself an hour back because of the time change in the United States. So I'm sure that's what happens.
Yeah, I remember when we were in Europe, they changed, Ohio, U.S. changed, and the UK changed, I think, a week after
that. So yeah, it's probably the time change that made the difference. So I'm sure that's why, because I noticed you're just about an hour off, so it's got to be the time change. Yeah, Jess said, Vicky, did you say you're about 20-something? I think he is somewhere around 20-something. Yeah, time changes make a difference. And speed is everything, that's it. Computers and phones and all that stuff, speed is the key, you know. He says, my first was a Dell, and I still have it, but it's a tower with a screen and laptop. You know, I had a Dell before this one. It was a slower one, and I loved it. It was a great computer. And then I got this one because the other one was just a little slow for processing my videos. And so this was a gaming computer, spent a little more money, and it was very well worth it, you know. Yeah, Jeff says, I think my 8-year-old Asus is going down. Yeah, after about 8 years, they start to get pretty outdated, you know. And then when you get a new one, you'll like, wow, that thing is flying now, you know. Yeah, thanks. So I don't. They don't change time over there in UK. Okay. And the UK says US is 5 hours before the time as in UK. So that's the difference. UK, check out your time change, and I have a feeling you got to go back an hour because of we did the time change. Sue says, I have an Asus. Yeah, about 4 years old now. Sue's works pretty good. It's one of the better Asus when you bought it. Yeah, I just said they're awesome. So yeah, she's had good luck with that one. You know, it's worked out real good. You know, if you're a real techie like I am, what I do, computer gets clogged up, I totally reformat it, start it all over again, clean it all out. Now you have to be comfortable with doing that. Plus your data needs to be all backed up. But when you do that, it's kind of like fresh from the factory. It'll only ever be so fast. But by doing a complete format, a complete restart, your computer's fresh again. You'll be surprised how much better it runs. But you got to get everything. It's a process. You got to get it all reset up again. Anything that you've had, you have to get that all reset again. But once you do it, it really makes a big difference. And just awesome, Sue. Kenny says, I've never heard of Asus. They're pretty good. Best Buy get them, but they look pretty good. Get behind there.
Did you built his own?
Yeah, I'm looking. I used to build all my own. I'm trying to find my comments. There you go. This said I have to look and getting a better processor chip. I have a 5i chip. This one's a 7, I think, in it. 7. I think I have to get a faster one if I would do 4K video. Yeah, 4K. You need a good. So you built your own. Yeah, I used to build all my own. I generally use laptops now, but yeah, I used to build all my own computers on it. Oh yeah, Tammy says I can still burn CDs on it. This computer doesn't even have a CD drive. You know, they've gotten away from CDs, and because everything you can about download off the internet, so you don't really need the CDs anymore. But there's times you have data on a CD that you would want to use on it, and it's kind of a pain because it doesn't have a CD drive. You can get external ones and plug into it. Just as I had a Dell in the past desktop. MSI picks are alright. Just said I'm getting behind here. Oh yeah, Lenovo seems to be in the top. Yeah, I've heard of Lenovo. I'm not saying it right. He says this laptop is an HP with a cheapo piece of crap. I used to get HPs, but I got where I didn't like them. I had more trouble with them. Yeah, just as cool as Ron says mine are Lenovo's, so I see a lot of those. They're pretty good. This is my C drive, a solid state drive, and all that stuff makes a big difference, you know. Just as you're right, Ron. I've not heard of MS or Lenovo, so yeah, they're a newer brand out there, and you know, you'll see them at Best Buy, and probably Walmart even has them, you know. Ron says, yeah, his Lenovo works good, you know, that's the key. Whatever works good. SSD is the way to go, isn't it? Yeah, SSD is the way to go. Yeah, and Tanny said I still use my CD player in the Jeep. Yeah, everything's went digital now. UK says MSI Intel Pentium, it doesn't require a tower. It has a touchscreen and a CD drive and more. So, yeah, there's a lot of ways to build computers and stuff, but it seems like the building thing isn't what it used to be, because it's about as cheap to buy something already made. Yeah, this says that CD SSD is a good idea. There's no moving parts, and it doesn't get hot. It's like an instant access. Boot time for me is like 20 seconds on a SSD versus 2 to 3 minutes on an HDD. So yeah, hard drive makes all the difference in speed. Moving parts wear out, and so non-moving parts are really better. She says, I'm lost to all the computer talk. I have trouble. And I just handed to Bob. I pretty much take care of all her computer needs. Yeah, good info, Des. Yeah, it is. UK, I had no idea what it was. A Pentium. Sounds nice. Yeah, it used to be a Pentium processor. It says Leno has been around, and I think much better quality now. You guys are so techie.
Yeah, I'm not.
MHA it is, so. Yeah, I mean, it comes techie stuff. I don't know. Ron's that way. He's been around with computers. He knows a lot about them. I've had a computer pretty much since the home computer was out, you know, for years. This I also learned about the power supply. Make sure you get a good wattage. As for more drives, you have to have more power. You need. Be amazed how I removed one drive, made it faster. It does. You got to have a good processor, you know, not processor, power supply. Power supply is everything. You want to get a good solid. UK says I'm using an Intel Pentium processor. Yeah, says I really, I'm really, Tammy, if you see me, you still in the conversation. Okay, no more techie talk. So flowers are blooming, windows are open. Yeah, we'll get off the techie talk.
In Florida, not up north.
Yeah, in Florida here. Yeah, it's beautiful out. I just looked out, sun's shining. It's gorgeous out. Hey Google, what's the temperature?
The current temperature in DeLand is 63.
So it's 63. It's nice.
It's cool for
yeah.
here.
Yes, Don said I do all my editing on a laptop, but I need a new one. Now, Don, you do some nice editing, you know. I like some of the way your graphics work out. You really do a nice job with that. software do you use to do your editing with? I use the one that's called, what is it called? It's a freebie one, you know. Shotcut is what I use. And it seems to work fairly good for me. It's limited. Yeah, Ron said I've built many of them. Yeah, that's why I've got an old one in the bedroom, an old one I had built. Just as I'm on my new Note 9 right now, best PC I have in the house currently. So I got so many PCs laying around here. Oh, Filmora, I've seen a lot of. I played it, but you do a nice job with that on Filmora. This says 62 in North Orlando, so rub it in, Bob. I'm just a nerd. Damn me. Nerds tend to have a lot of computers. Like Big Bang Theory, that's kind of where I am, one of those nerds.
Yeah.
So it says 7, I like how you morph one screen. Yeah, 7 does a great job with her videos there. So if any of you haven't checked that out, check out her videos on her channel. So Debbie said, yay, Tammy, rub it in, Bob. I use a Power Director for editing. Oh, I haven't heard that one. I'll have to look that one up. Power Director. Laugh out loud, Jeff. You use Shotcut. Yeah, I use, is it Shortcut or Shotcut? Maybe it's Shortcut. It's a freebie. Look at it. It's either Shortcut or Shotcut. And I've been using that for quite a while. I've gotten used to it. And there's still a few things it does that I haven't even learned yet. So Don says, I'm not sure it's messing up lately, or my computer, but I'm looking for. Yeah, you know, I thought about DaVinci too. It's a little more complicated to run, and every so often I think, well, you know, I need to download DaVinci and try it again and see how it works out. I've really gotten used to the Shotcut, and it's the more you know about it, it's like a learning process. Oh, UK said, I think it's shotgun. Yeah, I don't think in this house it's a shotgun. So we'll take you any way it come, Bob. Well, I appreciate it, Tammy. Yeah, 7's channel is cool. Paul sent a picture to me of traffic evacuating from Florida during the hurricane. So much crazy. It was crazy. When actually Irma was, I mean, the roads was just packed with people evacuating. My fear was getting stuck on the road with no gas, because they were running out of gas in places, and you know, my fear would be that they would run out of gas and be stuck along the road, you know. So he said, Jeff says the traffic is a daily issue here. Yeah, traffic everywhere. Orlando is like I-4. I'm sure this travel will tell you about I-4. It's a terrible road. They claim it's the most deadliest road in the country, so it's horrible. Yeah, we've got people off in the ditches. Oh yeah, because right now we got all this snow. It even makes it worse. You know, people can't drive on dry ground. When you put snow underneath them, whoa, then we got a circus. You know, it gets really crazy. UK say, but it is the U.S. We have public guns, don't you? No, we don't have public guns. People have guns in public, you know. Oui, Tammy.
Tammy wrote oui, I wrote
oui. Oh, oui, Michelle. Is that French? You know?
Yeah, or something about potties again.
So Don says 28 degrees here right now. Been cold all week. Supposed to warm up to a whopping 44. Well, we had a cold front I was talking earlier. The lucky dogs, they're going to be barking here.
That's
apparently they heard something outside that nobody else heard. But yeah, we're down cooler, but it's been warm. It kind of feels good. Yeah, Distress says I-4 on the parking lot. Yep, that's what I-4 is, a parking lot. And you know, go from where we're at to Disney. It can either take you an hour or 5 hours, depending on I-4. You know. Okay, he says UK. Yes, we have guns here. If you have a license, yeah, you have to have a license to have one. Ask what temperature it is in UK. It's cold. So UK, what temperature? We'll have to convert it, but what is your temperature right there, right now, UK? Paul says the largest ever evacuation, and they did the whole state, and they say that we don't know how to vote. That's true. We're still counting. I think they did a great job. Yeah, they did, you know. I mean, it was quite a thing when they evacuated. I mean, that was just unreal how many people were getting out of the state. Just that he ain't driving 94. It is crazy. And he says, sounds like my house with the barking. Yeah, they've always done pretty good during the chats, but they do get in their spell. What are you guys barking at? You know? He says we have guns here without a license too. Yeah, I think there's a lot of guns without license. This says I-4 avoid as much as possible. I normally just use the toll road and go from here to that. Yeah, I go down the 417 a lot of times just to avoid I-4. Yeah. Or the long way down, 1792, or, I mean, it takes you forever to go down those way, but a lot of times we'll use the 417 and pay the tolls. And he says, can you say that again, Jeff? Yeah, we go crazy here when the wind blows, yeah. This says moving the highway speed may cost you $3 one way. Yeah, it does. I don't know, what did it cost? Like $7-8 to go.
It was $7 something to go to
one way all the way around to Disney, taking the 417. But it's actually longer but faster. But I think it's worth it. Jeff says my house is very well armed, and I don't have it. We have security cameras, and I've never not felt safe. I've been here 20 years. I've never not felt safe. So, we have no problems in this area right here. So, oh yeah, this says 17.9. That's just where I live. Yeah, that goes all the way down. You can take it. It's right out here, all the way. You can take it across the state. Kane says Kissimmee is near Portagora, where my in Portagora on the Gulf side. Kissimmee's in kind of the middle.
Down near Bradenton and all that.
Yeah, that's where Portagora is, Fort Myers area. Kissimmee's over by Disney in that area. Just as mine are all registered and have concealed carry here. Yeah, a lot of people do. Hey, I have a question. Okay, Paul, shoot away. No, we talking about guns. Shoot away. And he says we have guns. Yeah, we just live off 92 in DeLand. Paul says, I thought the Nomad movie was going to go free on the 15th, and I had to go down and join something and download something when I tried. Sue did that yesterday, didn't you?
Yeah, I tried. I signed up.
Go there if they want my money. I don't know. You did that yesterday. It was later, and we haven't watched it. Maybe we'll watch that today. What we're talking about is called a Nomad movie that came out, and actually we were talking about that Tuesday night. And I do want to see it. So Sue was messing with it yesterday. I'll investigate it more today and try to give everybody more information on it. But the Nomad movie for the traveling and for RVing and that. So
let me see if I can find it.
Sam says, if anyone remembers, a few weeks ago I was outside him. I do remember that.
You were outside in your PJs?
Yeah, she was out. No, she was in her undies.
Undies, okay.
She had her gun with undies, like, don't mess with Tammy. Even though she has in her undies, she'll blow you away.
Where's Tammy?
That says voice text doesn't always work right. So, yeah, a lot of times voice text don't. Yeah, this says Portagora is near Tampa. Kissimmee is just east of Disney. Yeah, it's. Paul says, "Where was I? I didn't see that."
I'm looking. I'm trying to
Sue's looking. Let's see where that's at. She can send you a link, I think. Jeff B says, "Tammy, I missed that." Yeah, and she didn't send us no pictures either. So. Sue says, "I tried looking for it last night, Paul. I had to sign up and haven't watched it yet. So we're going to check that out after the chat here. Where is the link to sign up at?" Yeah. Sue's trying to find the link. She'll send that to you in a message there, Paul. Jeff, someone tried to break in and I'm the Oh, you go get him, Tammy. He's like, don't mess with her. She'll take care of you. UK says, this is why UK police wear hard hats. Yeah. I did a funny video during the hurricanes. They were telling you to put a helmet on during the hurricanes.
So it's hysterical.
If you haven't checked out my hurricane, I think that that wasn't Irma. That was the other hurricane.
Was that Michael?
I think it was Michael. But yeah, I did this whole little spiff about I was wearing this motorcycle helmet, you know. Jeff says, Tammy, you did good. Never take a knife to a gunfight. That's right. You know. Oh, there's Rat Fink. Morning, Rat Fink. Hey, I put up a picture. I'm gonna do it again here. I found this old Rat Fink picture I had, and because I was thinking of you, and I had this, so I stuck it up this morning. There it comes up again. Tales of the Rat Fink. I love that Rat Fink thing. That is so cool. So when you came on last chat, made me think of that. So, but yeah, good morning, Rat Fink. Good to see you on. Get back out of here again. It said, well, yeah, Tam, that was a mistake. Yeah, good to see Rat Fink on again this morning. Can I bring a nuclear warhead to a gunfight? Well, you probably could if you want to. So Tammy said, I was just pissed off and not thinking, Jeff. Hey, that's, you know, you do funny things, you know, at the spur of the moment without thinking because you get pissed. You know, I do the same thing, you know.
There, I think I posted the link to the video.
Oh, there it is.
RV Nomads. Now, you have to go and sign up, but that's the link.
If you want to watch that movie they come out with, we haven't watched it, I don't know
what it is. I'm not saying.
So we have to, but there's the link that Sue put up for that RMed, the Nomad movie that just came out today, was it? Or yesterday?
Whatever the 15th is.
Well, that's today. That's today, so.
Yeah.
So if you want to check that out, we're going to check that out later on. So if you want to watch the Nomad movie, we were talking about that on Tuesday, so check it out. Yeah, Jeff said absolutely. UK, you always want to be one up. Paul says, does anyone have a link to watch the free video? Well, we're going to check it out later. I don't have it. I think it's going to be cool out finally. Bike riding. Yeah, you know, when you're riding your motorcycle, the heat, sometimes you stop at a light and all the heat coming off the motor gets really hot. So right now it's like great time to go out and fly drones, great time to go ride motorcycle, go camping, and yeah, I love the cool down. Don't get too cool though, then I won't. But it's gonna get tomorrow morning. It's supposed to be in the 40s. That's cool for us. Oh, Paul's saying, you're welcome, Paul. Hope it helps, works out. Just says an hour and 20 minutes. Wow, awesome. That is it's one of our longer chats. I think we made it close to an hour and a half
almost
once.
An hour and a half yesterday, too.
You know, a lot of it depends on my voice. My throat gets dry, you know, and then if somebody starts coming on late, and then the chat keeps rolling, you know.
Rolling.
Keep it on rolling, you know.
Hi.
Yeah, Tammy said, I'll check that out for sure. Yeah, something to watch today, you know. Yeah, Rat Fink's real close to us here, and somewhere close around our area, and so I was glad to see him come on. So Don says, Jeff, yes, I'm thankful to have gotten to be a part. Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm glad you're out here.
I am. I'm glad. I hear the neighbor dogs are out barking now.
That's what they're barking at.
That's where my dogs is barking. The neighbors have left
Those three big dogs.
Three big dogs, huge dogs. One's a Great Dane, a pit bull, and a boxer. But that Great Dane's enormous. His head almost goes over the fence. You know.
Yeah, we call them the Three Stooges.
Yeah, the Three Stooges. You know, and they let them out there too much. They just stick them out there a whole day, and they dig and bark, and they're not getting the attention they need. So. UK says Clint Eastwood would win a gunfight against Tammy.
I don't know.
Clint Eastwood. I don't know. Tammy might be able to take Clint Eastwood.
Out.
Yeah, I think she might be able to take Clint Eastwood. Yes, he said, glad you all joined us here.
Anyway.
He is old. Jeff says you're doing a great job, Bob and Sue. Well, I appreciate it, Jeff. I really do. I appreciate that. Don says, keep those doggies rolling. Boy, my... butt is swollen raw hide. City Slickers. Oh yeah.
Great movie.
Yeah, it was a good movie. Yes, I would be on that UK. 7. UK says, but what about Chuck Norris? I never watched much of Chuck Norris movies.
I like Chuck Norris.
She does. I've never been a fan of Chuck Norris, but
his TV show, whatever that was.
Oh, he had a TV show?
Can't remember.
You can see how big a fan I am of Chuck
And
Norris.
you can tell we're movie buffs. We're old movie buffs in here.
Yeah, I'm not a movie buff. Sue is. You know, I like some movies, but I'm not a movie buff. You know, movie buffs tend to like a lot of movies, and I like a few movies. So Tanya says, thanks, but I'm actually a good shot. Yeah, don't get in the way. She don't need sights. She can shoot right off. So Raffink's in St. Augustine right now, getting a small home off the Halifax River soon. Oh, that'd be cool.
Nice.
It's right on the river. That'd be really nice. Yeah. UK say, let's say Chuck Norris never died. Well, it doesn't seem like it. You know, it seems like he keeps going and going and going. Kind of like an old Timex watch. He says, sounds cool, Ratfink. Seven says, oh, I do love him. Walker, Texas Ranger.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that was Chuck Norris? See, I never watched those, so I don't, you know, I know Sue does. Jeffy says, I just had a notice from YK Pulaski. Thanks, Sharpen, for saving America.
Al Sharpton?
Al Sharpton.
Oh, wow.
The politics.
Oh,
Yeah, that's a good one, Seven.
yeah. Well, we're hoping we get our votes straightened out here.
We probably won't have our election counted
my
for
God.
months.
We don't know who's going to be the governor.
We don't know.
know who's going to be the senator.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
once again, Florida screws up the election big time.
Yeah, they did that years ago, and it's messed up again. So it's like, hey, in Florida you can vote often, vote twice. I don't know. It's crazy. Seven says my older son wanted to name my younger son either Walker, Texas Ranger, or Luke Skywalker when he was born. That'd be a cool name, though. That would have been a cool name. This is wow, good grief, Sue. Oh, Raph says I'm ready for the oyster pub.
I bet. That's good.
Oh, Yuki says I have a Timex, a 1970 waterproof quartz Indiglo. Yeah, they were a.
Mine died. My Indiglo died.
I don't even wear a watch anymore. You know, I used to have my cell phone, but I don't even wear a watch. I used to always wear one, but now it's been years. Yeah, Luke or Walker, love it. Just I'm struggling to keep my patriotism. It's hard, Jeff. You know, it's great. It's a crazy world. Not only the country, but the whole world's crazy. You know.
Love my country, hate the politics.
That's it. It's not the country. It's the politics. UK said he has a solar powered watch. That's pretty awesome. So that's funny, Seven. Yeah, that's what too. Love my country, hate the politics. That's the worst thing. It's the politics, not our country. We just need our own country taken back to what it is. That's ours, you know. The clock itself needs a battery. Even though it has solar, you need some sort of a battery to collect the solar energy. Another thing we have in common, Bob. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. And he says, sorry, gotta go, guys. Tim's home for a few minutes. Have a great... Yeah, we've been on here about an hour and a half. I think we're going to get ready to get out of here. For one, my voice gets a little bit raspy on it, but it's been so awesome seeing everybody on there. We've had quite a few come in and out. I've kind of lost track who's in, who's out, you know, but that's the way chats go, so... Oh, UK says the solar for my light emits from the glass. That's pretty cool. Yeah, say hi to Tim for us, Tammy. Alright guys, I think we're going to head out of here. Appreciate everybody coming by. This is Thursday. The weekend's coming up. Go and have a good time over the weekend. This says, okay, I'm out of here. Having chatter under 10 is easy to follow. Calvin Robert can be for a good job to keep track. And UK, I was having fun. Well, UK, remember, an hour difference. That was the thing. Don said, I understand. I love politics and different opinions. I hate hateful. That's true. Don't want no hateful attitudes and liars and snakes that get into politics. Yeah, keep it clean, keep it normal, and don't get mad. Last thing. Me too, UK. Oh, I have an important thing. UK has an important thing to say. Hope everyone has a great weekend. So, okay, UK, let's get your last comment. Oh, you might see you might ride the Daytona Saturday. You might see right. So yeah, if we're around that way. OOF.
Oof.
Oof. Later, gators, gals, dogs, fish, and whatever else. So, all right, guys, we'll see you in the next chat. It'll be Monday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time.
Bye.
And so, you guys have a good weekend. We'll see you at the next one. I sure enjoyed everybody being on board there.